Okay.
Right. Hey guys, it's me. Shut up, Paul. Hey guys, it's me, Dax Morgan from Fitness Marketing Made Simple, Personal Trainer Success Academy, and blah 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 blah. All the other millions of things that I'm associated with. And if you don't know me by now, then you never will. Basically, I've got the hairy grizzly bear that is also known as Paul Mort.
Wolverine.
On the other end of the line, and basically we're doing a double number on you to gang up on you and do a blatant sales pitch of Paul Mort's Buy My Shit.
Yes.
New fitness bootcamp starter pack, so starter kit. So, I mean, Paul, let's see how much we can kind of get across about. You know, I mean, obviously, I'm being a bit blatant there. At the end of the day, we do want people to buy your stuff.
Of course.
That's why we're running a call. No one creates stuff not to sell it. But let's go right. There's so many different products out there at the moment. There's all the you know the bootcamp guys, right? And we all know who they are. All the various bootcamp guys with their bootcamp packages and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
And now Paul comes along and says, "Hey, buy my shit now." Well, why should I even think of buying your shit when I can go and buy a whole bunch of other people's shit?
Okay, so first up, I'm not actually going to do the whole bragging about what I have personally done thing, because I think most people on the call know that when it comes to boot camps, I know how to fill those fuckers. So I basically did that whole thing. But what I realized, Dax, was that the guys on my mentoring program who are all killing it were killing it. And I was getting a lot of people who were saying, Paul, how much is your mentoring program? And basically, because it's quite a big investment, it's £350 a month, which a lot of trainers who are just starting out, there is no way that they've got that sort of money. Mm-hmm. That's like the same as a mortgage in South Shields, for God's sake. So what I realized that I didn't have, and it was really dumb business on my point, is that I didn't have something that people could just go and get for a low price and just work their way through on their own and actually start earning money straight away from it. So that's it. So it's basically the step-by-step stuff that I do with my mentoring students and with anybody that's ever bought a license or a franchise off me in the past, but it's packaged up in a way that's very easy to follow. So I'm not promising six figures from this, because six figures, actually, number one, it isn't all that. Number two, most people who are making six figures are busting their balls and working 50 hours a week to earn that much money. So what I'm promising here is this pack is for people that haven't started a bootcamp yet because they think there's too much competition out there, or they've had a bootcamp for a while now and for whatever reason they just sort of haven't, and I hate this saying, cracked the code yet. So that's pretty much it, mate.
All right. So still, you didn't answer the question, boy. You didn't answer it. Right. Why would I want to buy this one?
Yeah.
Given that I'm not going to name the individual bootcamp guys. We all kind of know who they are.
Yeah.
Right. So there's all this other stuff out there. Well, what am I getting when I buy yours that I'm not getting from this?
Well, for number one, you're getting a guarantee. If you don't make 5 times your money back in the first 30 days, we give all that money back. So again, it's a proven system. So for me to put a guarantee like that up there, then that shit's got to work. But like I said, for me, it's very proven because it's the stuff that I did, minus all the mistakes that I made as well. I think a lot of these bootcamp guys haven't actually ran a bootcamp. A lot of them haven't even trained a client before. So it's the stuff that I did and the stuff that I've taught my mentoring students. It's as simple as that. That's how easy it is. But what I'm also saying in this pack, and there's a reason bootcamp isn't actually in the title, because if I started again, calling my bootcamp a bootcamp would be the last thing that I did. Because, and you'll know about this, Dax, there's something in marketing. This is a book called The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. And it's something called the law of category. Mm-hmm. Now, this law states that if you're not first in the category, in other words, if you weren't one of the first people to start a bootcamp in your town, then you should create your own category. Does that make sense?
It does indeed. Yeah, that's Al Reese's book, isn't it?
Yeah, it is Al Reese's book, and it's a great book. It's an old book as well, but one that I strongly recommend. And another one was actually a book that you put me onto, which is the Blue Ocean Strategy, which basically means that most people that run a bootcamp, they're trying to get anybody with a wallet, anybody with a pulse, and anybody that has a few pounds to lose. What I'm teaching in this Fitness Camp Starter Kit is how to target what we call a niche, or how to set up in a a niche, as the American calls it. So the actually first thing that I get you to do isn't about marketing. It isn't even about training people. It's about your ideal client and find out everything about them, and then I actually help you name your bootcamp, for instance. So a couple of examples here. A student of mine, Tanith Lee. Tanith is a menopause expert. She runs the bootcamp business model, which makes sense. The business model is great for leveraging time and actually making a lot of money. But her program is called the Back to Life Project. Now that tells me in, how many words is that? 4 words. What she does. She helps bring women back to life after they've had children. And after they basically, you know what it's like when women have children, they give up their life for their children. So she helps bring these women back to life. So she is not getting compared to any other bootcamp because she instantly stands out. Another one of my mentoring students, Michael. Michael has a bootcamp called Fat Loss for Beginners. Not extreme bootcamp, not extreme anything. It's fat loss targeted only at beginners. So that's the type of thing that's in there. It's not just, let's just call it your bootcamp or your town's bootcamp. It's going to stand out from the crowd instantly because no matter how loud we shout that we're the best, the public doesn't know the difference between a bootcamp and a butthole. It's as simple as
Brilliant. So essentially, what you're talking about, what Jay Abraham calls marketing preeminence. Okay, but basically, and a category of one. This idea that you're reaching distinction.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that what I've found here is that when people are looking for a niche or when they're looking to target a niche, they actually think of the product before they think of the person. I would go person first and then build the product around the person. Now, what's great about this, Dax, is this is one of my strongest things here, is that I never waste a penny on marketing because I know exactly who I'm talking to. I know exactly what turns them on. I know exactly what turns them off. So doing this exercise for me is worth the investment, which is only £97 anyway. That's worth it on its own. What I've also included in there, Dax, is something that you taught me back in the day, which is the guinea pig strategy. And I've actually I've got the step-by-step guide on how to do that in there as well. So what to say in an email, what to send to the newspaper for this. So there's a press release in there as well that actually has been picked up. I think it's over 30 or 40 times now by my mentoring guys. So there's a press release in there. There's what to say on Facebook to get these guinea pigs in. So yeah, it's pretty much how to get started and start making £1,000 to £2,000 a month very quickly.
Right, brilliant. And what you say, it's 97 quid.
97 quid.
Yeah, I mean, if you're, I have a PR agency that I work with occasionally when I've got a lot of big stuff on, and they'll charge several £100s for a press release in itself. So, you know.
Well, actually, Yvonne Radley, who's actually one of my mentoring students, she helped me with this press release. Right. And she charges like £1,000 for press releases or something.
Right.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. So, I mean, look, if we talk a hell of a lot more about it, it's just going to become a massive sales pitch. It's obvious, like I said, it's obvious that you want to sell it, you're trying to flog it, but actually, do you know what? You must have told me this already. It didn't even register in my mind that you were letting this go for 97 quid.
Yeah, okay.
So I've just kind of heard that's the first time it's registered, and I'm like, oh crap, 97 quid, that's pretty good. All right, so it's not even one of those kind of 10 installments of 497, and we're gonna.
No, literally the cost of the investment of one client, because I'm recommending that if you're a good enough trainer and if you're getting great results, you should be charging at least 90 quid a month for your boot camps.
Right.
Because what I'm also teaching in there is how to make your boot camp more than just about. And you sum this up very well. More than just somewhere where you give some people somewhere to train.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much, I mean, and obviously me and you have talks about boot camps all the time, and what boot camps are perceived as is somewhere where people turn up, crawl around in dog shit, and go home.
Yeah.
What I'm teaching is how to create something beyond that. I'm teaching how to create an experience so that clients stay as well. So there's some stuff on retention in there. There's some stuff on referrals. I've actually put in as well 12 workouts. So I'm going to give you your first month's worth of workouts and a sample nutrition plan. So yeah, pretty much everything in there. We've got a PAR Q that you can use for your clients. We've got a risk assessment form that was done by a professional back in the northeast of England. Basically everything that you need to get started.
So what's the format? I give you 97 quid. How am I going to get it? Is it?
So the format is basically as soon as you buy it, you get access to it. You go to a membership site, you basically start, there's a video that says start here, and then I talk you through how to consume the product, because what I wanted to get from this product, Dax, is, and you're like me, I have bought a lot of products, a lot of internet marketing products. Now the problem is that, say I've bought 50, I've probably finished one of them.
Right.
So my goal with this product was to make it easy to consume. So easy to start it, easy to finish it. So I've laid it out step by step. Watch this video, fill this in. Watch this video, fill this in. Watch this video, print this out, etc.
Yeah.
Like I say, it is actually laid out step by step because I want people to finish it.
Yeah.
Does that? Because, like I say, I've bought so many and they're still sitting on my hard drive. So this one, you basically go into the site, work your way through the modules, and there's an action point at the end of every module. Within 30 days, you should have people on a bootcamp.
Yeah. It's an absolute do this, do that, do this, do that. Boom.
But it's very, I'd like to say it's comprehensive, but it's also very basic. Guys who bought this who actually have successful bootcamps, and they asked me about it. They said, Paul, should I buy your product? I said, in brutal honesty, it's probably too basic for you. But they bought it anyway, and they're still saying, Paul, you know what? Going back to this basics has done my business the world of good, because I'm actually looking at it from, it's not just a get clients program, it's actually how to run a business point of view in there. My actual my bookkeeping documents are in there as well.
Right.
For 7 years, I just used Excel to do bookkeeping.
Right.
That document is also in there. So yeah, pretty much everything's in there. My productivity blueprint's in there. So yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, because what you're describing is the discussion we've had quite a lot. The difference between an information product and an implementation product. This is one that's designed to be used. It's not just to be read.
It's there to be used, absolutely, and it's almost like don't move on to the next module until you've read this module, because everyone will go for the sexy stuff. They'll be like, wow, I want Paul's marketing stuff. What I was key on this is we need to lay the foundations first, so you're not building a business that you have to keep trying to sell clients every single month, and you're always searching for the next client. You're building a sustainable business here.
Brilliant. All right. Well, it sounds absolutely fantastic, to be honest. It sounds better than because I first learned about this via the email that you sent me. Hey, have a look at this, and then I had a look on kind of an element of the site. But you know me, I'm ducking in and out of loads of stuff. So I had a quick snoop. I didn't go into it in I didn't open up every document and watch every video.
Because it looks like it actually when you look at it, the layout is not. You would have thought, oh well, this looks quite small.
Yeah.
But what I didn't want is, as soon as you look at it, you'll see, because a lot of membership sites I've been on, I'm like, wow, I'm overwhelmed by this information. Yeah. And as you know, information doesn't equal transformation, like you said. So what I've done is I've laid it out in 4 blocks, and each block, so we've got in there, we've got getting started, we've got training, we've got admin, and we've got marketing. Those are the 4 different sections, and you work through them in order. And in each section, there's also modules in there that you follow in order. So it's a, like I say, mate, for 97 quid, I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what, mate? It's actually probably the cheapest product I've ever put out there, because as you know, I created Bootcamp Empire. Yeah. That was £1,000. I would actually say that now this is probably better.
Right. Okay. That's pretty cool, because Bootcamp Empire was very comprehensive. It was a very comprehensive package. Yeah.
Yeah, and what the feedback that I got was that the content was amazing, but it was again information overload, overwhelm.
Right.
So this product is the most simple product that I've put out. It's basic, but the feedback that I've had has been the best I've had.
Right. Brilliant. Okay.
Getting people to take action.
Fantastic. Well, that to be honest, that's where the results come from. It's not from thinking about it.
Right. You could write somebody the best training program a day in the world, but if they're not following it, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. All right.
So I want people to consume this product. That's one of the reasons why I made it quite cheap as well, because I wanted people to get the product and be able to actually afford it.
Yeah.
So, and I'm going to be brutally honest here, so that I could feed them into sort of a product matrix as well.
Yeah.
So that when they're finished consuming this, they're making so much money that it's actually easy for them to join my mentoring program.
Absolutely. Fantastic. Well, that's a win-win then.
Yeah, it is.
All right, so where are they going to find it, Paul? How are they going to get their hands on it?
I've actually made a special link for you, Dax, as a thank you for doing this video, which is fitnesscampstarterkit.com/Dax.
There we go. Yeah, so let's be up front, because I don't even know myself. I agreed to get on a call with you. Let's just tell people so they're all really clear up front. They buy through that link. Does it cost them any more? Does it cost them any less?
It costs them exactly the same, 97 quid.
Right. Okay. And
97 quid.
And so what am I getting for doing that?
Well, you might get a shirtless high five.
There we go. Right.
Now, Dax, as an affiliate, you get 50%.
Well, there you go. Right. So
And fit pros who are listening to this is the type of thing that you should be doing with other fit pros anyway.
Absolutely right. So, but at the end of the day, first off, just to be really, really clear, if there's money sitting there on the table and it's been offered, I'm really happy to take it. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Right. I enjoy money. It's very, very good. I'm not recommending Paul because of the money. I'm recommending him because I actually think it's a really good product. The flip side of this is it costs you no more to basically go through my link. But even if you're dubious, if you're doubtful, just go straight to the product itself. I don't really care, right? Either way.
Yeah. Have a look at, and like I say, what I've said to people is they can have a look at the product. If they actually don't think it's worth the money, they can just get a refund straight away.
Fantastic. Okay, so
so not only am I promising a monetary gain by this, so I'm saying if you don't make 5 times your investment back within 30 days, I'll refund you. I'm also saying you can have a look around.
So if I buy it and I think it's crap, I can just say, Paul, this is crap, give me back my money.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
Fantastic.
That's how much I believe in the product, because it's stuff that I have used, and it's stuff that I've used to... I estimated that I've helped launch over 100 boot camps and making money straight away without actually... And all of this stuff is actually stuff that you don't have to spend money on either. I'm not going to tell you to go out and get flyers made. I'm not going to tell you to spend a fortune on lead boxes and posters, etc. I'm just going to tell you the stuff that works.
Right.
It's as simple as that, because I know what it's like when you first start. You don't have much money to spend on marketing.
Yeah.
So I've actually found out all the free shit that works without actually looking like you're trying to sell something.
Right. Okay.
Easy.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, fantastic. I think this has probably been one of the most unusual buy my shit calls that most people will come across. It's been really, really blatant, really obvious. Buy my shit, essentially.
I mean, let's face it, Dax. You could have written a 3-part email sequence and tried to sell this.
Yeah. I'm not interested in that. You're not interested in that. I also want people to know that if there is, this isn't a case of a backhander. This is a case of a genuine affiliate linking, right? This is, as Paul said, this is exactly what goes on in the background of a lot of the big guys who are saying, my best friend, my dear buddy, and all the rest of it.
My good friend.
Right, yeah, my good friend, Paul Mort. I mean, to be honest, Paul isn't my friend. I can't stand the guy. But most people who are doing the my good friend, the truth is most of them don't actually even know each other.
They've never met each other, right?
They just they send out a big affiliate email, and Paul and I, we both actually prefer to keep things quite small, quite in the open. Yeah. Tell you exactly what it is that we're doing. Partly as well because we want you to learn from this. When you're doing deals and offers and putting things together, it's good for you to know what's going on without the smoke and mirrors, right? This is it. This is every single time you hear somebody saying "my good friend." This is what's going on. Somebody's kind of scratching somebody else's back. The difference being we're trying to do it in the open, and we're telling you guys what's going on, how it all works, and in this case, Paul actually is my good friend.
And I am actually going to tickle Dax's testicles as soon as I come up here.
There you go. Thanks, Paul. We're kind of we should sign off now. Then
So
there you go. Just one more time. Paul. Where's that link?
That link is there. fitnesscampstarterkit.com/Dax.
There we go. Right. So
go that piece out.
Buy it. Make Paul a lot of money. Make me some money if you'd like to as well.
And make yourself some money.
Yeah, and essentially just invest that and make like Paul said, you're going to make at least 5 times that amount within the first month. You should be, to be honest, you should be cleaning up. I've seen the quality of stuff.
If we sell a couple of these, I might even buy a razor.
That'd be shocking. All right, mate. You take care.
Cheers, dude. Peace.